And last year he showed glimmers of being a closer, but I'm still not 100% sold. If Kamar Rocker can do well in the bullpen, some of the arms that we've got in there, we lost Hobie Brenner to the Cubs, and that's a big loss. Or Milner, I'm sorry, to the Cubs, and that's a big loss. A left-handed arm, B a left-handed sidearm, and C a very consistent middle relief guy. Good for an inning, maybe two if you need him. But yeah, that was a big piece that I didn't like to see the Rangers lose.
Mark, how will the bullpen survive without Hader? Mark, I throw darts at you. How will the bullpen survive without Hader?
I think he's froze.
Mark.
Oh, there he goes. He moved.
No, I wasn't froze. I got distracted watching a highlight. I'm watching Raw right now. But
there's no watching Raw with us not live on TV tonight, buddy.
I'm sorry. I told you I had a busy plan, but go ahead, ask me the question. I heard Josh Hader.
How will your bullpen survive without Hader?
Well, because we got other guys that can fill the void. I mean, are you talking about a reliever or are you talking about a starting pitcher?
Probably closer.
A closer, okay. Well, we got a couple of those. Like we got a Hayden Wazitsky, Brandon Walter, Steven Okert. Maybe even if I know Lance was a starter a time or two, but lately there were times he's closed. I think we're good. I think we're going to be good on closers because after losing Framber to Jeremy, our new ace is Hunter Brown, and he will be starting opening day. I was kind of taking wild guesses who could close out opening day, and I figured maybe like a Colton Gordon might close out opening day because day 2 I got Spencer Argetti starting. Day 3 I got Christian Javier starting, and day 4 I'm going with the debut of Tetsuya Imai unless they have him as a closer, but I think he could be a starter. I don't know about y'all. I know this is first season, but with the sensation that they say this guy is, I could see him as like let's put the reins on him. Let's see what he can do. We may not start him opening day, but we're going to start him on the final. In my opinion, I'd start him on the final day of the series with the Angels. But
okay, Jeremy,
Adam.
If
Eugenio Suarez just went deep, so 2-1 Italy.
Nice. Jeremy,
go Venezuela.
Jeremy, if your Tigers are doing bad at the deadline, are Skubal going to stay? They're going to get rid of him? They're going to sign him?
I don't think they get rid of Skubal because as long as they're not more than third out of the division, they feel like they can come back and win it.
Okay.
I think they're going to keep him for a playoff run, and I think they're waiting to see what that CBA says about a salary cap next year before they do anything. And that's kind of smart because if a salary cap goes in place, nobody's going to be able to give him more than $32 million a year.
Okay. Andy, over to you. Can PCA keep it up and sustain his superstar status?
Yeah, I absolutely think so, especially, with the additions that they have, obviously, on offense. I absolutely think, he's going to kind of take that next step. I mean, you got Alex Bregman coming in, and obviously have to see kind of what the lineup is. But, I mean, the experience he's getting with the at the WBC, I think, learning from some of the better players and just continue to grow. Absolutely. I mean, I think obviously he came out hot last year and showed that he's a talent, and now he doesn't necessarily have to be the guy. You got Alex Bregman, obviously Swanson. Yeah, absolutely. I think he can really settle in and really continue to grow.
And Shula Bird, before he goes further, I have to do it. He asked for it. Yes. He asked for the music. I oblige.
Okay. How we doing, folks, in the comments? I didn't realize I didn't have my comments showing on my end, so I didn't realize we were getting it.
I got 4 comments already. 5. He goes, "Thank you, my goat."
And you guys can go nuts. Just to let you know, you two are not big Packer fans, but this guy is.
Oh, hi, Jason.
Hey, Jeremy. Lions,
Yes.
what's up?
No, the Tigers too.
And the Tigers.
Jay, I started my second round of questioning, but I'll ask you for the round one. Jay is a Dodgers fan, just to let everyone know.
Yeah.
Boo,
Shohei-
evil empire.
Yes.
Is Shohei ready for a Cy Young run?
Wow, what an excellent question. Is Shohei ready for a Cy Young run? Adam, I guess the best answer for me to that question is it depends on the workload. It depends on what Dave Roberts, it depends on what Andrew Friedman, and it depends on what pitching coach, just forgot the guy's name now. I'm sorry. It depends on our workload. It depends on if they feel whether or not Shohei is ready to be stretched more than 110, 120 innings. As you guys recall, he didn't get on the bump until shortly after the All-Star break because he was recovering from his second Tommy John surgery. And they were extremely conservative with his workload. Now, with that being said, from what I've seen, they haven't obviously Shohei's played in the WBC, so they haven't had a chance to really lengthen him out in spring games on the mound. But I would imagine that as the season progresses, they will gradually start to work Shohei up a little bit more. So Adam, I honestly, I cannot confidently say whether or not this will be a Cy Young run because I just don't know if the Dodgers right now even feel comfortable with stretching him out longer than what they did last season.
Gotcha. All right. Rich, is Josh Smith your long-term second baseman?
Probably, but I'm not ultra sure I like that. But yeah. Josh Smith's one of those guys that for those folks that didn't get a chance to see him play last year, really came into his own. He can play anywhere on the infield. He can play 8 positions. So he actually did catch in high school. So he could but go behind the plate if need be. Is he going to take Marcus Simeon's spot? Yeah. That's the way it's sitting at the time being. You're going to see Jake Berger at first, Josh Smith at second, Corey Seager at third, and Josh Young at third. Corey Seager at short, Josh Young at third. I also think that he's probably going to be your leadoff hitter as well as your second baseman.
Nice. Marcus.
Yes.
Sorry,
what's up, Jason? Sorry, I didn't say hello.
Marcus, that's quite all right. You're number one on my list, buddy, so it's all good. No hurt feelings here.
Yeah, he's always number one on everybody's list, especially as a Saints fan.
Good to know.
What a way to cheer me up after the shit I'm going through right now.
Yeah, right.
At least you got a Shane, and I mean the real one, the Cajun style, not the one that
A-Chan?
with my
A-Chan?
A-Shane. Yeah, that's what he said.
Well, I'm looking forward. I'm sorry. I was just letting Jason know. I'm looking forward to playing the Dodgers again around Cinco de Mayo. So sometime in May, we're going to have to get together and do like we did for 4th of July. Do a Astros-Dodgers preview once again. Because we nailed that one out the park last 4th of July.
Yeah, we had some great fun doing that, as I recall. Let's make it happen, bro.
Do it the day of Cinco de Mayo and say, "May the Sith be with you."
I thought it was May the 4th be with you.
Because you're playing the evil empire. You got to do it that way.
Well,
Revenge of the Sith, buddy. Revenge of the Fifth.
Oh, yeah. And tomorrow, Oh yeah, and St. Patty's tomorrow. I'm gonna be. Jeremy saw it. He knows what I'm bringing to the table tomorrow night for our open mic for St. Patty's Day. I got that boot.
I think I might have to break my own promise to my friend and crack that for St. Patty's Day.
What kind of fireball is that? Oh, it's a Lions
edition. The Lions wrap bottle of Fireball.
Do we need to do this again?
Is that supposed to be a collector's? Or you can go buy another
and then
one
you join in with the Jameson. Big Rich, bring a beer.
Well, I mean, what's the number one beer you bring if you're going to a St. Patrick's Day party?
Green beer.
Guinness.
Rolling Rock in the green bottle.
Either Rolling Rock or Guinness. It's one of the two.
Yeah, you bring Rolling Rock in the green bottle and you got it covered. Guinness
Andy,
tastes like
do you do anything for St. Patrick's Day, Andy, do you do anything for St. Patrick's Day?
No, sir, other than my Coke Zero. So I'm pretty boring. So
I'm drinking beer in this. I'm drinking beer in my big giant boot mug that I got in Germany.
Nice, like the movie.
Yeah, but I didn't go to Germany. My brother went to Oktoberfest and brought me that back.
All right, so with Correa, Pena, and Paredes, how is that going to sort itself out? Be the middle of the infield.
That's the best infield you can. That's the best infield you can ask for.
Who's going to be the odd man out? I'm thinking
the odd man out. Not Altuve, I can tell you that. Probably, if not correct, probably Paredes. Because you got Pena at first, Altuve at second, Correa at shortstop, Paredes at third, Diaz at catcher. And then the outfield, you got Cam Smith, Jordan, and who was the other one? I think Josh Hader? No, Josh Hader's a pitcher. Shit. No, not Josh Hader. Fuck.
You're welcome. You're welcome for Paredes, by the way. Got him.
You're welcome for Bregman. So.
Jeremy, you got a nice outfit compliment.
Thank you. Love it. I did the PlayStation one night because the military one I wore last night. I can't wear the same thing 2 days in a row. That's just tacky.
That is bad. Anyway.
Probably, you know what, the other outfielder could be
Altuve.
No, Altuve's playing second. No, Jake Myers. That's
Jake
Myers, Jake Myers, Jordan Alvarez, and Cam Smith. That's your outfield. I forgot about Jake. I'm thinking of the wrong Jake Brown, but he plays for LSU.
Jeremy, can the Valdez and Verlander bring Yins a title, or is that not enough?
The only thing I think we're missing is another power right bat, but Kevin McGonigal might be just becoming that because going 7 of 29 so far with a home run and an OPS of 953 in the preseason versus major league talent sounds pretty good to me. Hopefully he's our starting shortstop and we make Parker Meadows the rotational center fielder, moving Baez to center field, because last year Baez was most productive in center after he played center field for about 3 straight weeks, and then he became Javi Baez again after playing shortstop for 2.
If anyone's going to tell you how Javi Baez is, the guy next to you will be able to tell you all about him.
Hey, he's probably a Cubs fan.
Yeah. Yep.
I did. I also brought a Bears fan. Jason.
What?
Can Mookie Betts stay a Gold Glove nominee at short?
Yes, absolutely he can. The reason why I say this is because I've read several off-season articles written by some very knowledgeable and some very credible Dodgers insiders, and apparently Mookie Betts for the first time really divulged a lot of what happened to him last season, shortly after he contracted that virus that pretty much knocked him on his butt for 2.5 weeks, and he shed more than 15 pounds and lost all that muscle mass. Well, Mookie came into camp this off season, this spring, with more muscle mass, more flexibility. He worked on range of motion, worked on just a lot of basic calisthenics just to get his body built back up. And looking at the way he's been playing so far in spring, granted it's been in bits and pieces, His defense, I think, is still going to remain very solid, if not above solid. Now, yes, I understand that he's in his early 30s. So, from a prime perspective, he's no longer in his prime. But Mookie always stays in excellent shape. He always goes out there and he grits it out. And yeah, Adam, I do think he can still play Gold Glove caliber defense at shortstop. I mean, it's interesting in a way because he was the second highest rated defensive shortstop in all of Major League Baseball last season. This is a guy who was previously a Gold Glove winner in right field with the Boston Red Sox and with the Los Angeles Dodgers. And let's also not forget that this is a guy who also played defense superbly well when he played second base for a little bit. Mookie also originally came up in the major leagues as a shortstop. So this is a guy who can seemingly win multiple Gold Gloves at multiple positions. And yes, I think with a new motivated Mookie coming into this spring, I think he's going to do everything he can to stay on the field. I would expect the same from him this season that we saw last year.
Okay.
Well, I could kind of give you a little add on to what you brought up about Pena, because if you don't know, yeah, Pena's still got a finger issue. But if he's not expected to be back opening day, I can probably see Christian Walker at first till Pena come back, and then Josh Hader. I don't know how bad the injury is. I know he's got an issue with his biceps, but like I said, if he's not back by, I had him predicted to play Game 3. If he's not back by Game 3, then we'll probably go to Plan B and go back on that pitcher's list and see who could. Maybe I said Brian Abreu for Friday. So no, maybe Brian Abreu for Saturday. How about that? If Josh Hader can't make it back, then you got Brian Abreu as well. Or maybe Jason Alexander.
Andy, will Justin Steele fit right back in the rotation, or whenever he comes back in the midseason, or where do you see him coming back to?
Yeah, I mean that's the hope, but right now with the depth of the Cubs pitching staff, it's not needed because right now we've got Matthew Boyd, Cabrera, Cade Horton, Imanaga. Now he is obviously has not had a good postseason and start to the spring with his velocity down. Jamison Taillon has also not done well recently. So, and he's their fifth starter. So, but Colin Ray option, and I am really interested to see how Steele kind of comes back, and it sounds like he's doing well. Another pitcher to watch is Ben Brown. He has, there's been good reports kind of, coming from the offseason that he's, really starting to, get back into form. And I see him doing well as well. But, Justin Steele would be a welcome addition. But right now, that I think the Cubs starting rotation is pretty deep, obviously depending on Imanaga and Taillon.
Gotcha. Rich, is Brandon Nimmo and Andrew McCutchen enough to kickstart this offense?
I think they're going to be pieces to the offense. I think that you're going to end up seeing Kutch come on as the fourth outfielder. You're going to have more than likely you're going to have Nimmo in left, Wyatt Langford in center, Evan Carter in right, with Kutch and a youngster named Alejandro Osuna. That's your fourth and fifth outfielders. You can use Kutch, of course, as DH. He's hit well since he's come to the Rangers, which I was really happy about. He hit a 400-foot bomb the other night straightaway center field. He hasn't lost the stroke, because if he couldn't put one out, I was really kind of concerned about them bringing him through. But I do. Nimmo is going to be one of those guys that if you watched him play at all with the Mets, and the Rangers got Nimmo in the Simeon trade, but Nimmo is one of those guys that will run through a wall. He hustles every time. He's kind of that constant energy guy on the field, a lot like what Josh Smith is on the infield. So can those guys spur the lineup? Sure. I mean, they can definitely be a spark. But I think it's going to kind of be a group effort this year. I don't think you're going to see one Ranger really exceed, super high numbers in RBI and home runs, except maybe Corey Seager. But I think you're going to see a lot of guys, including Nimmo and possibly Kutch, in that 20 homer, 75 RBI kind of deal. Him, Berger, Smith, Carter, Langford, all those guys can fall right in that, Josh Young even, in that area. But yeah, I think that Nimmo and Kutch both are going to make a big difference to this team.
Jeremy,
Hey,
you're our fashion guru tonight. Sorry, Andy. Go ahead.
Hey, tell you
I'm
what,
getting off. I love it.
break. Let's say break up the preseason spring training. Milwaukee Brewers 24-9 over the LA Dodgers. So how about that? I don't care if it's preseason. It's nice to see that.
That's because 3/4 of the Dodgers are put in the WBC.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's good to see Blake Trinan hasn't lost his stuff. He threw his best wiffle balls out there today. Way to go, Blake.
I heard he was working on throwing cantaloupes. Give him a little bigger target to hit.
No, that was Kirby Yates last season. No, actually, correction. Kirby Yates threw a lot of coconuts across home plate last season, so I correct myself. Hey, wiffle balls, cantaloupes, they're all the same, Big Rich.
And as good as Kirby Yates was for the Rangers when they won the World Series in 23, that's how bad he was for y'all last year in LA. I mean, I couldn't believe he was that bad. I mean, I'm glad we didn't re-sign him now.
My wife would get frustrated at me every time we'd watch a game because when Doc and Mark Pryor would go to Kirby Yates and bring him in, I would say every single appearance, great, here goes the lead, here goes the lead, here goes the lead. And she would always tell me, oh, you're being such a pessimist. Oh, you're being such a negative Nancy. Well, lo and behold, what happened? There goes the lead. There goes the lead. Oh, look, there goes that go-ahead 2-run home run that just cost the Dodgers the game. Again, I know Kirby's human, just like the rest of us. He's prone to mistakes, but still, when you're throwing meatballs that go 40 miles per hour down the middle of the plate, hitters are just feasting on them like they're at a Minnesota buffet. So Kirby Yates, wherever he's at, good luck. Oh, he's with the Angels, I think. Wherever you're at, good luck, my friend. We definitely don't need you.
Hey, are you telling me that just as picky as a fat kid at a Golden Corral?
Oh my
I'm
God.
telling you, twice as picky, Jeremy.
Adam knows where I'm going with that.
Back to the Saturday night.
God, that was fun. You got to admit, that was the most fun half hour we had of my show ever. Big Rich, you missed it. One of our viewers said that comment, and he got lyrics off of AI, and I actually wrote a song using that as a topic on Donna AI and Country, and they were hilarious.
Gotcha.
It was a long night.
It was a lot of fun.
Well, Marcus, will Tats be? I'm going to call him Tats because I don't really want to go into his whole name. Will Tats be your missing piece to your rotation?
Maybe, I would say, because like I said, I don't know if they're going to make him an official starter or he'll just be a relief pitcher in his rookie season. But I think with how phenomenal and well known he is around the world, I can't see him as a starter. He may not start, like I said, he may not start opening day, but I could see him starting the final game of that series with the Angels. Okay. But it's Tetsuya, if you can't pronounce it. Tetsuya Ime.
I like Tats better.
Tats sounds good, but
I like the guy with the first. The guy with the first name that we call Alphabet with the Steelers. Joe Hinson.
With the Pirates.
Or Pirates or whatever.
He threw a ball. He threw a 95+ mile an hour fastball. I don't think I've ever seen no one I can recall outside of Nolan Ryan throw one that fast.
Well, how fast?
95+.
Sorry. Home plate ump in the World Baseball Classic just took 95 square in the face.
Ooh.
No,
Yeah.
what college team was it where the pitcher threw a fastball and when he hit the bat, he hit him right in the eye, and his eye was completely swollen, and he had like shit hanging out of his eye.
I don't
know if that was
remember
like-
who it was, but I remember seeing that.
It was.
Yeah, I mean, this
It
was
looked
bad.
like
It
meat.
hit him.
Oh, it hits another.
It hit
probably-
him square in the right between the eyes of the face mask. 95.
Probably cracked the skull.
Was that Strasburg that threw that?
What's that in?
Hey, I
Was
got
that
to bounce. I
Strasburg?
got to bounce. So appreciate you including me, and go Cubs 2026. We're gonna dethrone the Dodgers. So
Go for it.
May the force be with you.
Andy,
Thanks
you
for
want to tell
seeing
us how to get a hold of you before you get out of here?
yeah, you can find me on NFL Outdated on Twitter X, on YouTube, on Instagram, and Friesen number 4 pod on TikTok. 9:30 CST Wednesdays, we do our NFC North roundtable. Obviously, we take turns crapping on the Packers, which is fun. So especially now that we own the Packers, I love it.
Oh, I
Hey,
already followed you.
You own the Packers a lot. All right, be specific.
I have fun on Twitter if you follow, so it's definitely a lot of fun. So
Well, I just realized we do follow, so we good.
NFL
right?
outdated. Do you follow Smoking Jeremy on X?
I believe so. Maybe let me take a
Okay,
look.
good.
Hang on.
And,
Because if so, I know
uh,
I usually follow back.
All right,
I have-
I just followed you on Instagram. And reminder, don't my personal after 17 years, my personal X got hacked. So don't open no messages. If you want to be in contact with me, just follow my other page on the go_TXLA. But it's time for a change.
changes are good. Changes are good. All right, thanks guys, appreciate it.
Yes,
And,
Andy, have a good one,
have a good
buddy.
night.
I just followed you, Dan or Andy.
Thank you,
I
sir.
got-
I'll follow back. So
You got
All
it.
All right, and I'll double check mine. I think I did follow him, and I think we've been following.
I
each
got a
other for
big
year
change
now.
coming. So I'm just gonna probably keep that as it's gonna be my personal and the shows for all the above. I'm just gonna have one account. It'll be that one, but change a name change coming. Other
Again?
good shit coming. No, this my personal one. Yeah, I changed my name, but on the go though, this was the name since I created it. But now I'm gonna change it up because I'm starting something huge. I'm starting my own well, it's not
Yes,
starting.
you do.
I've had this network for 20 something years, but I'm gonna collab it with podcasting and Driving to the Top Productions, because On the Go, which is a part of Driving to the Top Production, will also be an associate with this entertainment network. And I got a brand new wrestling podcast coming, and
Again,
Rich will be a part of it on. I never had one, but Rich will be a part of it on live streams. Anytime we do predictions or whatever, it'll be live. But other than that, a lot of it's going to be audio from me.
awesome.
Getting back into things. You want to hear the name of it?
Sure.
The Cajun Turnbuckle Podcast.
Now that's not bad. I like that.
I like it.
Something different.
Gotcha.
And
It's
I'm
right.
There you go.
first audio. I'm gonna review. It'll be 25 years of the greatest WrestleMania of all time, and I'm bringing a guest on, and we're gonna go back and rewatch and review WrestleMania 17, which was the greatest WrestleMania of all time, and it happened in the Astrodome. I'm talking Astros, greatest
Was that
WrestleMania
the
ever
Hell in
happened
the-
25 years ago in the Astrodome. No, this was
Is that
Austin
the
Rock
Hell in
2.
the Cell?
No, this was Austin Rock 2. This was TLC.
TLC.
Vince and Shane. The gimmick battle royal, which I don't understand why they had to do that, but Bobby Heenan and Mean Gene on commentary made it better. Taker Triple H. Angle Benoit. What else happened? How many times I watched that?
Actually, Taker Triple H won because there ended up being 3 of them
Mm-hmm.
at WrestleMania.
I'm shocked you didn't go to that Mania. If I was old enough to drive myself, I would have went.
The
I'm
only
talking about this
WrestleMania
was
I
back
ever
in
seen
3.
was Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant.
And you got to see Steamboat and Savage.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to see King Kong Bundy and a bunch of midgets.
Yeah, that was funny as hell.
What else you got? Oh, you got to see Piper and Adrian Adonis. What else? You got to see Alice Cooper hang out with Jake the Snake Roberts.
And Hacksaw
When he
Jim
fought
Duggan.
Honky Tonk Man.
I have my own nickname for him, which I will refrain from saying online.
Okay.
I take it you're not an Alice Cooper guy.
No, Alice Cooper's fine. I'm talking about the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, Elvis on Wish. Oh,
Or as the Sheik would say, honky tonky man.
The Slunky Dong Man.
I was all about Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho! With that 2x4.
Mm-hmm.
Ho!
Oh,
No,
yeah.
my
Hey,
family
I
was-
got to do that on the air with him one time. They were doing a show in Waco. I got to
Awesome.
interview Duggan.
No.
And at the end of every interview he does, he tells the person that you got to do a hoe with him. So I got to actually do one of those hoes with Duggan on air. That was
I
pretty
got
cool.
I got to do
When
it in front of him at a Walmart, which is still
Nice.
That's even better. The fact you did it with him in front of a Walmart is classic. My best Hacksaw Jim Duggan story is he watched Action Smash at Demolition shove me out of the way when all I wanted was their autograph to go into the Flint IMA here. And he was there in Junkyard Dog, and they helped me pick up their rented Pontiac 6000 and set it so the transmission was on the curb. That way, when they came out to leave, they couldn't.
WrestleMania 13 was my favorite, says Mad Ginger.
No, 13 wasn't bad.
Brett and Austin's submission match. Yeah.
Yeah. As long as nobody says 9, we're okay. 9
Or
might
11.
be the worst.
Or 6 or 11 or 2000 or 27 or even Pandemic Mania.
Oh, wait a minute. Or 42.
It ain't even happened
This
yet.
one's going to suck, dude. I understand. This one's going to suck.
By the way, I need to get your take on this.
They had to take the belt off.
Lightning strikes twice, so Mania and Saudi might not even happen next year. So should they give that to New Orleans or give it to Indianapolis since they've been promised one as well?
No, Indy was promised 28. Indy's been promised. They're supposed to have Royal Rumble and WrestleMania in 28.
And so they already had Rumble. They still got SummerSlam, and they're getting a SummerSlam.
Yeah, and maybe there's SummerSlam and Mania in 28 are going to Indy.
Well,
you're right. I mean, all this crap going on, there is no conceivable way with any kind of a right mind they're going to send all these people to Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania. No freaking way.
So I was also told the 3
Detroit?
they were guaranteed.
Yes.
They were going to give them every other year. Like they had the Rumble in 25. They were supposed to get SummerSlam in 27 and WrestleMania in 29. So, but it could change. But,
the reason why Detroit hasn't had a WrestleMania in so many years, Jeremy, I can tell you exactly why.
Because they have 28,000 seats less than what they used to.
It's because of what the people who run the stadium are asking for in a rental fee. They're asking for almost 8 figures in a rental fee.
But they'll pay it for SummerSlam, but they'll pay it for SummerSlam, but not WrestleMania. Tell me how that makes sense.
They're not charging them that much for SummerSlam. They didn't charge them that much for SummerSlam. This is where WWE and TKO said, "No, we'll pay you what we paid you for SummerSlam. We're not going to pay it for WrestleMania."
And now they can't even sell tickets again because I think right now they've only sold 30,000 for a 70,000 seated stadium.
I think they just broke 40 the other day, but still it's a 70,000 seat stadium. We're literally a month out, and
usually it's sold out by like December.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
This is for Rich. They better fix this now, or I know he'll go on a rant whenever we get to Mania week. But the fact that AJ's going in the Hall of Fame, he better be the first ballot Hall of Famer for this class, and not Stephanie McMahon.
I'm pretty sure
AJ's not going to be
already
the headline.
in.
They might say Stephanie for last.
Oh, why?
I'm going to make Steph the headliner. As much as I would love for my guy to be, as much as I would love for AJ to be the headliner, but I mean, realistically, they're breaking rules anyway for him to get in this quick.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think it's pretty kick ass that he's going in this quick.
Is there something wrong with
the
him?
one other thing you got to think about too is that I don't think he's officially done. I still think there's a one more TNA match left in him.
As long as you don't go to AEW.
He would own AEW.
Look at fucking Ronda Rousey. She's now in AEW.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
she was a waste of prime natural resources in WWE, so it don't matter.
Well, did you go to WrestleMania 32 or 38 in Dallas, or you didn't go?
I did.
Yeah, I was at 38 when he fought Edge. According to CM Punk, on his showcase in the video game, he believed that if he didn't go away for almost a decade, he probably would have faced AJ at WrestleMania 32 instead of Jericho. And you think that would have been better than Jericho?
Oh, Punk AJ? Absolutely. Absolutely. If you ever get a chance, and I'll try to find it. I'll try to find the link for you. Back when TNA Wrestling used to do those weekly pay-per-views, CM Punk was in TNA at that time. And there are matches of a very young CM Punk against a very young AJ Styles. And they tore the building up then. I can just imagine what it would have been like 10 years later.
I thought maybe they would have fought in Ring of Honor, not TNA.
I don't think they crossed paths in Ring of Honor.
I don't know. Jason, go into a 6-man rotation. What are your thoughts?
Well, if they do go into a 6-man rotation, it's not going to be at the start of the season. Blake Snell is probably going to miss the first month of the regular season. What a shock there. So with that being the case, looking at the Dodgers' projected rotation coming out of spring, Yamamoto was already named the opening day starter earlier today, so he's going to be their number 1 coming out of spring. Then you have Glasnow as 2, Ohtani your 3rd starter. Roki, for better or worse, will probably get the number 4 spot in the rotation, and the number 5 will probably be up to grabs for either Emmett Sheehan or even if River Ryan, who's had a really good spring, somehow makes the cut. I don't think he will, but at any rate, if they do go to a 6-man rotation, Adam, it's going to be later in the season. And with Snell being injured yet again, that shoulder apparently is really bad. So there's no telling. I mean, he's slated to miss the first month of the season, but the Dodgers are absolute experts at bullshitting the severity of their injuries. Now, obviously, they're not at liberty to disclose the seriousness of their injuries anyway. But the point being is that with their pitchers, especially, whenever they say, well, a guy's going to miss 2 days, he ends up missing 2 months. When they say a guy's going to miss a month, he ends up missing a year. So, that 6-man rotation will come into play, but it won't be till later in the season.
Cool. Rich, I know you talked on it, but who will close?
At the start of the year, it's going to be Robert Garcia. If something happens that he fails, that becomes a really good question. I don't know if they're going to try to mold Kumar Rocker into a closer. That might be his best possibility. Chris Martin will be there, but Chris Martin's 39, and I can't really depend on Chris Martin being that guy. So I'll say Robert Garcia to start with. Is he going to be the closer at the end of the season? That's going to be up for debate.
Okay. Marcus. That is one of the questions though. Is Altuve going to be moved to the outfield?
There's a there could be a possibility because of a guy by the name of Bryce Matthews, who has been getting reps in left field to increase versatility. And he's also got a primary position, the same position as Altuve, second base. So, but if we're talking about outfield, you're going to have to take that with Jake Myers, not Altuve. I think Altuve might be more of second base unless they do a rotation. If they do, then he'll go outfield and put Bryce at second. But he could rotate unless there's like an injury situation.
Okay. Jeremy, is McGonigal ready?
I think he is. But I think right now they're probably going to have him in that 25-man going to the live end, but I don't know if they start him right away day one at shortstop. I think they should. And like I said, they should move Parker Meadows, who's an offensive liability, into rotational and make Baez the starter at center field so Kevin McGonigal can start at shortstop. To me, that makes more sense. Because then when Baez needs a rest, you're not losing anything on defense. You're just losing 20% in the average. And that makes more sense to me. And I think our starting lineup, and I hate to say that they're going to put him third, but then it protects at the front and the back end of the rotation. It's going to be Skubal, Frambe, Flaherty, Mize, and Verlander. That's what it sounds like they're going to do. And I think that third day is basically going to be a bullpen day because Flaherty's only good for 3 to 4 innings and then he's toast. And I think we're going to do that through May, which is when Jackson Jobe is supposed to return.
I'm going back-to-back questions on you.
Okay.
Can Riley Green be an elite superstar again?
If he gets back to leveling out his swing instead of swinging for the fences and anything even close to the plate, and when I say close, it was almost as bad as Javi Baez because he had more strikeouts last year. He was one of the only outfielders to have almost 35 home runs and 200 plus strikeouts. The only outfield in the whole major league to do that, and everybody complains about Judge striking out too much.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, is Dalton Rusher the future catcher for the Dodgers?
Sorry about that uncomfortable pause. Is Dalton Rushing?
I just saw smoke coming off your head. I thought you were thinking.
Well, actually, I kind of was thinking. And to answer your question, no. I don't think Dalton Rushing is the future at catcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers. One thing that really confused me with the Dodgers' plans with Rushing was that when they signed Will Smith to a 10-year contract extension 2 seasons ago, that pretty much left me thinking one of two things. Number one, they aren't entirely confident with that dearth of talented catching depth they have in the minor leagues. And number two, they had more obviously Smith fit more into their plans of win now than win for the future. With Rushing, he still has a lot of holes in his swing. Defensively, I still think he needs a little bit of work. He did pop up in trade rumors last season at the deadline. The only reason the Dodgers didn't move him was because they weren't going to be content with getting a couple of rookie ballers and a player from single A in exchange for a catcher who runs the number 5 highest rated catcher in all of AAA and Major League Baseball. So yeah, Adam, I don't think he is our future. We have so many other guys in our minor league system right now at the catcher position that are panning out really well, especially a kid named Sosa. So I think eventually at some point the Dodgers will use Rushing as trade bait, and it may be this season, it may be next year. Who knows?
Gotcha.
Yeah, Sosa played last year for the Great Lakes Loons in single high A ball. He's a really good catcher.
Yeah, and Jeremy, it's funny you mentioned that because Sosa is the kid that they are really high on. In some ways, the Dodgers have been really frustrated with their prospects because I remember way back when Diego Cartaya and Keibert Ruiz were untouchable. And then they go and they trade Ruiz to the Washington Nationals. Cartaya is now lingering with some other team's single A club or rookie affiliation team. And now Rushing has, oh, thank you, the Tigers. And now Rushing is starting to fall into that same cesspool of prospect mediocrity. So, I mean, I wanted to see these young guys develop and take a crack at the major league roster. But, as long as Smith is there for another 6 or 7 years, yeah, Rushing won't be. So, but Sosa though, I love Sosa. I think his upside is tremendous.
I think he's in Double-A this year, correct?
Yep.
Sosa?
Yeah, he's starting the year in Double-A because 4 of their guys in Double-A will start the year in Triple-A this year. So Sosa is quickly ascending the ladder there in the Dodgers farm system.
So the only reason why I know about the Dodgers farm system is because of the Great Lake Loon single high A affiliate right here in Michigan. So I follow them, especially since I lived for 15 years in Bay City, Michigan, which is just 10 minutes away from Midland.
Oh, awesome. Cool deal.
I got to see Clayton Kershaw pitch as a rookie.
Nice.
Nice. Rich, what is all this talk about Sebastian Walcott?
Sebastian Walcott is a very talented young man. He really is. If I remember correctly, he is number 7 prospect in baseball. Bad part is he's going to miss 5 or 6 months right now with an arm issue. But he's 20 years old. He's 6'4". He's supposed to be the guy that takes Corey Seager's spot when Corey Seager hangs him up. He's a shortstop. He's one of those guys that that remember when Ellie De La Cruz was coming out and everybody was saying such great and high praises for him. Very similar. He doesn't have De La Cruz's arm, but you don't need that at shortstop. He has the speed though. He has O'Neal Cruz's speed at short, and he's 6'4", $190, and he hit a couple of balls in spring training last year that I don't think have come down yet. So the other thing that he did in the minors was play tremendous defense with his range. Up the middle, even to the second base side of the bag, he can make plays. He's extremely quick to that left side. He strikes out a little bit, but not as bad, as some guys do. Last year in Frisco, 552 plate appearances, 108 strikeouts. He batted 235, hit 13 or 255. I'm sorry, hit 13 bombs, drove in 59, and stole 32 bases. The key to the stat line though is that he walked 70 times. So, he's gonna walk. He's gonna strike out, but he's gonna walk a lot too.
Big frame.
This kid could be the next in a line of really stud shortstops coming into the major leagues. Like I say, the bad part is he's out 5 or 6 months. But for 2027, if there is a 2027 or 2028, look for Sebastian Walcott's name to be on the opening day roster for the Rangers. Maybe it's short, maybe it's second, to eventually go to third or go to short.
None of the players want a salary cap.
Nope. The reason, one of the reasons why the players don't want a salary cap is because they don't trust the owners. They feel that if a salary cap was agreed upon across the board by all, if not most, of the owners in Major League Baseball, that would give them more incentive to manipulate overall salary, performance-based incentives, and that would give them free reign to just manipulate the salary cap in general. And the players also believe that even if a salary cap is instituted, it still would not prevent the mid to small market owners from not spending money to make their teams better. In fact, they think it would embolden those owners to not spend even more. So, and look, I can't say that I disagree with the players' feelings on this because, I mean, hey, let's face harsh facts here and harsh realities. Professional sports owners aren't exactly the most upstanding of people in the professional world. They are business people. They're in the business of making money, and that business is sports entertainment. And they don't have an excellent track record when it comes to trust with the players. Now, with that being said, you know, I have a sliver of hope that somewhere along the line, maybe both sides will agree to some type of a salary floor or a ceiling of a certain amount of money that both sides will agree that will be spent or dished out. But bottom line, it comes down to trust, and the players do not trust the owners, and that's why there won't be a salary cap agreed to by the players.
Well, the other part of it too is if you put that in place, you have to eliminate these deferred payments. And
Absolutely.
you know, the salary that you're, and see, that's one thing I don't understand about the NFL. If you're going to have a hard salary cap, have a hard salary cap. Forget all this renegotiating contracts and putting this into that part. Okay, if you're paying X player $25 million a year, he counts $25 million to your salary cap. Period, paragraph, end of discussion. You know, whether it's incentives, whether it's whatever it is, if you're paying him X amount of dollars, that counts toward the salary cap. And I mean, once you hit the salary cap, you're done. You can't go over. Sorry, you can't sign that free agent you want to sign because you only have 57 cents until you hit the salary cap. And I think it would force teams to be more conscious of how they're spending. I think it would make teams be more conscious of signing players longer because you're not going to have these guys. And I'm going to use the Dodgers for just a quick second. I'm not blaming it on the Dodgers. But the Dodgers, I know, have got at least 2 or 3 or 4 of these deferred contracts that are deferred for like 10 years. I know Otani's is like that, and there's a couple other ones that they're getting paid really, really light dollars now, and then they're going to get uku's of dollars until they turn 70. That would be eliminated with the salary cap. Now, obviously, you'd have to grandfather the contracts that are already in place. But that would have to be agreed upon, too. I think if you were going to do one, you got to do the other.
Something else,
like you said, the floor, I think, would be big, too.
Yeah, something else too, Rich, that we're not considering with a salary cap is unlike the National Football League, which does not have a minor league development system for its professional teams. If a salary cap is instituted, it would affect minor league baseball as well. It would have because let's remember, minor league players now are represented by their own union, which means they now are able to negotiate for higher pay and wages for themselves, better health benefits, so on and so forth. And if a salary cap is instituted across the board in Major League Baseball, what affects one affects the other. And so the minor league game would be affected by this as much as the major league game. Much to a lesser or larger degree, I mean, that would have yet to be determined if it was ever implemented. Because obviously there are a lot of minor league organizations that are a lot better off, like teams in the Dodgers organizations, than there are like teams in the Marlins organization. Teams that have the lower ranked farm systems that don't put enough money into those farm systems would suffer greatly. So we need to factor that into the equation as well. How would that affect all of the thousands of minor league teams across the country, not just AAA, but AA, single A, rookie ball, independent league ball? It has a trickle down effect with long-term ramifications for everyone.
Anyone else on the salary cap?
I agree. I think they need to go salary cap. I hate this deferred stuff because it's not the same as restructuring a contract with 2 void years. You're talking about taking $580 million of somebody and putting it after his career is done. That's a big difference.
It's a big difference, but you know what, Jeremy? As the current CBA is constructed, it's all within legal limits, meaning
Right.
that the
But if what the owners are talking about doing gets voted in, and there's a majority of them doing it, about stopping that, specifically being a part of it, and not allowing a grandfather clause, you guys will be in trouble.
Well, and if that's the case, then we're just going to go ahead and we're going to eat crow and we're going to reap what we sow. You know, I'm not going to sit back and cry and be a Dodgers apologist for all these players that they're going out signing to these deferred contracts because Los Angeles I know you're not. Los Angeles Dodgers baseball was irrelevant for a very long damn time. From 1988 until 2011, they were pretty irrelevant. And also in 2012, when Major League Baseball forced McCourt to sell the Los Angeles Dodgers, they were on the verge of being owned by 29 of the other teams in Major League Baseball. Think about that for a minute. The Dodgers. This is one of the most historic and recognizable professional sports organizations in history. The Dodgers, guys. That should not have happened. They almost went the route of the Montreal Expos. And look, you guys know, overall, I am a huge baseball fan. I love the game, and I love competitive balance as much as everybody. And yeah, I'll be honest with you. While I love the Dodgers spending, while I love them going out and getting the best players available to stay a competitive and consistent winner, I do want to see other teams have the ability to go out and sign the Kyle Tuckers and the Shohei Ohtanis because I want to see that competitive field broaden a little bit. But hey, you know what? After experiencing a lot of irrelevant Dodgers baseball for a long time, I'm content to be the villain. I've already taken a number of black eyes, figuratively speaking, for being a Dodgers fan. So I say, bring it on, White Shadow. And all the ironic thing is, there's no guarantees we're going to three-peat. There's no guarantees that we're going to become the first team since the Oakland A's of 72, 73, and 74 to go back to back to back. And that's the great thing and the beauty of this sport. You just never know. You can go out and spend all the money, and yet you can still finish in last place. My rant is over.
Yeah, I hear you.
You're
absolutely right about Frank McCourt. I'll reply to that. He was a crook. He was as shady as he did because he was maximizing as much profit out of that team as he could by keeping that payroll low. He was the reason why you guys sucked. And in '88, he got rid of Oral Scherzizer. That was the start of it.
Well, the Dodgers' payroll was consistently high under Frank McCourt, Jeremy. The problem was he and his wife, his ex-wife, were using it as their own personal slush funds. Right. They were taking lavish vacations on posh private planes. He put 3 of his sons on the team's payroll, and they didn't do a damn thing for the team. And they were getting paid an X amount of dollars for doing nothing. Jamie McCourt had $180 nail and hair salon appointments 3 or 4 days out of every single week. They rented limousines. They threw lavish parties at their Beverly Hills mansions and the other home that they owned in Boston that they used team payroll for. At one point, the Dodgers' payroll under the McCourts was so bad that the concessionaires actually had to agree to consent to basically a rent-to-pay system where the Dodgers had to take out some kind of an extra loan in order to pay their concessionaires. That's how bad it was at one point.
I'll jump in this one for a minute. I know the Astros ain't one of them because I think their salary. I think they're over the $200 million mark for the salary cap. I think theirs is like $228 million. But who are the 4 teams that are dedicating over $300 million? There's 4. I know Dodgers,
Yankees, mark. Red Sox. Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox, Cubs.
Yep.
Okay, so it's 4 big.
And we're in the top 10, and that was because of the arbitration with Skubal and picking up Framber, Valdez, and then the Verlander contract. The 3 of them combined put us over the top.
Yeah. Astros are 11th, but even though he's not with them no more, they said their highest paid player was Bregman. He was
we're not dead last, guys. We broke $100 million this year. The Pirates.
Hey, I'm impressed. That's a
Miami is the last ranked team. Miami's last. They're at 7.
We haven't been dead last for a while. Come on now. We've been at least 28th or 27th. Come on.
Yeah, I mean It's the Marlins. It's both of the Florida teams, really. It's the Marlins and then it's the Rays, right?
Well, no, I thought it was the Marlins and then the. Well, where's the Guardians? I know the Guardians are under 100 million too, but unless they're like third.
Guardians, I think we're at 86 million.
No. Pirates are over 100.
No, the Guardians.
I thought they were 97.
I thought they were at 86 million.
But wait,
there's only 2 teams under 100, and that's Cleveland and Miami. Cleveland is 99.6.
Here's the noise I don't plan on hearing in the end of March. The snow plow. We got a lot of snow out there today, boys. I was in a t-shirt. I was in a t-shirt this morning. Then all of a sudden I was in a sweatshirt, and then all of a sudden I was covering my face from snow.
By the way, the Pirates are 23rd in payroll.
We're moving on up. We're the Indians.
Washington, Tampa, Colorado, the White Sox, the Twins, Indians, and Marlins are paying less.
As a Dodgers fan, I would be in favor of a salary cap. That's one thing I will not argue, and that's one thing I will agree with all of you on. As a Dodgers fan, I would like to see a salary cap.
Whoa, I don't want to see a salary cap.
Okay, that's fine.
I just wanted to clear that up. I like seeing people reach.
Thanks for clearing that up.
I mean, if you're good at this sport, you deserve to get paid.
Well, hey, look, I'm not trying to backtrack on anything I just said. I do feel that just the spending across the board with MLB, it has gotten to the point where eventually this bubble is going to burst, and if it does, it's gonna look bad for everyone. So, but hey, Adam, I'm with you, man. I'm also not feeling bad for my team going out and spending money to get the best teams on the roster to stay competitive. And I give Mark Walter and Andrew Friedman and Stan Kasten all the credit in the world. When they bought this team in 2012, they said from day one, we are in this to win it. It took them a long time to do it. Okay, they didn't win their first World Series since 2020, and even that one is considered a hack World Series because it came during COVID. But the point still being is that it took them a while to build this consistent dynasty in the making. It didn't just happen overnight.
No.
By the way, a little update. Top 7, 2 outs. Maikel Garcia just hit a single in the left, driving in lead run. 3-2 Venezuela. Acuna, runners at first and third. Acuna's at third. So Venezuela up in the top of the 7th with 2 outs. There you go, Jeremy.
I really wanted to see U.S. play Italy. I really did. I mean, still could happen. You never know, but
it still could. But Michael Lorenzen's on the mound, so God only knows how that's going to work out.
All right. Hey, at least Lorenzen can still swing a solid bat for a pitcher.
The only problem is he's throwing the ball, not hitting it.
Oh shoot! Okay, sorry, I got confused.
And your current hitter, the best hitter in Major League Baseball. Luis Arias. Arias.
Are you watching it, Rich, or are you watching it on computer?
No, I'm watching it. I'm watching it and doing this. I've been watching it and doing this.
So
I noticed. I didn't know if you were watching.
When everybody said DR was going to win Saturday night, what did I say? Not a chance.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have gone as far as not a chance. I picked the U.S., but
no, but I said not a chance. The U.S. is winning. I said U.S. was going all the way.
Going into the tournament on paper, those were the 2 best teams in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
DR and the U.S. So, I mean, 3-1 to Arias, by the way. 3-2, he just fouled one back. But anybody want to make bets he doesn't strike out?
Hell no.
Arias don't strike out.
Did anyone?
He's like Tony Gwynn when it comes to that stuff.
So I'm gonna change the subject real quick. They just announced the NBA expansion will take place. So they got approved. So Vegas and Seattle's probably we know what Seattle's getting back. Vegas, we're gonna figure that out. But here's the thing: since they're expanding it, they're gonna divide the conferences again, but only one is gonna switch to East or West, and they don't know. They're gonna still make a vote on it. Either Minnesota is gonna move to the East, or Memphis is gonna move to the East. Everyone wanted New Orleans to move to the East, but no, New Orleans is going to stay in the West. And now instead of 5 teams in each division, they're going to have 4 teams in each division. So Pelicans will still be in the West with all 3 Texas teams, but we don't know what's going to happen with Memphis. They're going to move east and be with like I don't remember. I remember how they showed it, but if Minnesota gets moved to the West, they're going to be in a division with like the Denver Nuggets, the Jazz, and one more team. I forgot. I think it was the Suns.
Isn't Minnesota already in the West?
Already in the West.
Yep.
Something like that.
By the way, line drive single for Arias. It's now 4-2.
Well, one of them's gonna be in the West with Utah, with the Jazz, the Suns, and the Nuggets. One of them's going to be with them.
It makes the most sense to move Memphis
to the East.
Moving Memphis makes the most sense because then you put them with Atlanta and Atlanta and probably Indiana and
because
Orlando,
Chicago.
No, or they showed the one East division supposed to be the Heat, the Magic, the Hornets. And I think the other one might be Memphis if they move to the East, or it could be the Wizards.
I also did read a story, Marcus, kind of piggybacking on what you're just saying, that once the expansion has been agreed upon, and we're assuming Seattle does get a team, that the Oklahoma City Thunder said that they will cede all of the records and the likenesses of the Seattle Supersonics to the city so that when they start their expansion team, they can be known as the Sonics and they can keep those records intact in Seattle rather than staying attached to Oklahoma City, which major props to the Thunder. I mean, the Thunder organization didn't have to do that. They could have been complete a-holes about that. But
that's also that's including that 1979 NBA final. They'll get that back too.
Yep. Yeah. The only title they won with Lenny Wilkins as their head coach. Slick Watkins, I think, was their point guard or their shooting guard. But yeah, I think that's kudos to the Oklahoma City Thunder for doing that. That took a lot of moxie and I think Clay Aiken is still their owner. So that took a lot of moxie for them to give those records and the likeness and the colors back to the city. Good for them.
They should have.
Amazing what he's done since.
I'm sorry, it's only right. It's only right.
I think they only did that because they won one on their own and they don't want to have credit for something they didn't win. So it's like, hey, we'll give you this title back if you let us keep this one. Since we won it in our city with our colors, we'll give you the 79 one back with your whole franchise and records and everything. And we'll even let you acknowledgement as well.
And that's why in the NFL, I disagreed with what they made Tennessee do. Because it was the same owner, he moved the whole team. They should not have had to give the Oilers logo back or anything to that city because they ran them out by not building a new stadium.
Aren't they going back to the colors this year?
They can't use the Oilers logo or the Oilers name. The city sued and won it. They can use the colors, just not the logo and name.
Yeah, look at the Houston Cougars and Rice. They've gotten bashed by making those throwback blue jerseys and chanting "Love You Blue," even though they just colored the UH and all that the baby blue. They didn't throw the Derek in there. It's because they took the blue and they said "Love You Blue" in one of their tweets.
Houston's petty. That's what I got to say.
Well, but if I remember correctly, that's what I'm double checking something.
It didn't sell till after.
Yeah, the Sonics left. The Sonics left for the same reason. Because Seattle wouldn't get them a new stadium.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Don't this
But
start
Seattle's-
in 28 or 29, the expansion? It starts in 28 or 29?
28.
So 2 more years.
But using the same logic, I mean, Houston wouldn't build them a stadium, so Bud Adams moved the team. Seattle wouldn't build them a new stadium, so their owner moved the team.
And then sold it
See where
immediately.
Huh?
And then sold it immediately because it isn't the same owner with the Thunder. It was within 3 years.
No, I understand.
It
No, I
didn't
understand.
sell. It didn't sell at Tennessee till the original owner passed away. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference there. He didn't want to give up the Oilers name, and they fought and won. That was my point. When the owner moves all of his players, and that's all it did. All they did was move the players. If you remember right, they didn't even get an expansion draft that year. They just moved the whole team, and they had to do a walk-on tryout for their practice squad.
Yeah.
I know. I was in Tennessee at the time.
I did not know that. All right. Well, anything else, boys?
I'm about done. I'm about ready to get out.
Let's see.
I got
We're
an early day
1
tomorrow.
week and 2 days away from opening baseball for everybody, and 1 week and 1 day till the Yankees open up versus the Giants, right?
I am off. I am off the Friday after opening day, so I will be drinking a few cold ones when I watch the Astros and the Angels opening day.
Nice.
Might get me some
I like maybe making a turn for the better and the worse at the same time. My only day off might be Mondays.
God, it's supposed to be 26 fucking degrees tomorrow.
I know. 24 here.
It's supposed to be 93 degrees where I'm at tomorrow, guys. I'm sorry.
I only got 3 letters for you, and that you can figure out what the words
I
are.
got even better ones for you, Jason.
Jay.
Hey.
It was 92 here yesterday. The low tonight's going to be 32.
EAD, and it does not mean Dodger for the D.
Yeah, it's 47 where I'm at, and it's going to be 38 when I wake up in the morning. But yeah,
Thanks,
I need to give
Jeremy.
me some.
I already figured it out.
Love you.
I need Crawford Buck for opening night.
Like I said, I was in a t-shirt this morning, then a sweatshirt, and then a face cover because it was snowing so bad.
That was the way it was yesterday. Within the last 24 hours, we had winter, spring, and winter again, then back to spring and winter.
Adam, this is the world's smallest violin playing for you right now.
I've been in a hoodie all day because it was so windy over here. I thought I was in Chicago all over again. The wind was.
I'm going to be the first one to check out of here, guys. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure being on here talking ball with you guys again. I love it immensely. For those of you who don't follow me yet, feel free to follow me on X/Twitter at DodgerJason. And before I leave, I just want to give you guys a recommendation on something to watch on Amazon Prime. I just finished watching the documentary on the old ABA called Soul Power. Wow, what a great documentary. There was a lot of stuff in there about the ABA that I didn't even know about. I mean, I knew Rick Barry and Julius Erving, and those guys played for the ABA, but there is information in there about teams that I didn't know existed, about how the ABA eventually became what it was and how it met its untimely demise. But if anyone wants to watch a really good documentary, it's on Amazon Prime. It's called Soul Power. Again, it's about the ABA. Highly recommend it. It's outstanding. Great interviews with Rick Barry, Julius Erving, all the other greats who are still alive from that era. A forgotten but a great bygone era of professional basketball. So thank you, ABA. Soul Power, great documentary. I highly recommend it. And with that being said, I'm out. Love you all, guys. Peace out. God bless.
We seen you tomorrow night.
Before you run.
Yes.
Still got one spot left. You got one spot left in our fantasy baseball league if you want in.
I will let you know tomorrow. I promise.
Okay.
As far as open mic, not sure, Adam, 50-50. I'll let you know tomorrow whether I can hop in or not.
All right, cool. You know where we'll be. Just jump in.
Okay, will do. You guys take care. God bless, and see you on the flip side.
Later, man.
All right, man. See you later.
I have a show I can recommend. If y'all want to watch something hysterically funny, go on Peacock and watch Ted Season 2.
Oh, it's finally on Peacock?
Yeah, and let me tell you, this season was 10 times better. I don't know who the best character is. Might be Maddie.
I never watched it, so I don't know.
You got to watch Ted. The
All
movies
right.
were great, but the series, holy shit, you're gonna die laughing. It sucks. I gotta wait 2 more years for 8 more episodes because they're gonna drop a season 3 eventually. It's been so successful.
Right. So, Marcus, with your Twitter down, how do people get a hold of you now?
The only X I got left is my on the goes one at _TXLA. But like I said, next week it's getting a makeover. A change is coming. But as of right now, it's still under on the go _TXLA. I'm still on Facebook and Instagram. I still got those. Still got the same YouTube channels. But the second longest social media account I had has passed away, and I'll post the obituary soon.
I just sent you a picture on Messenger, Adam.
Do we need taps and stuff for it, Marcus?
Yeah, I need bouquets of flowers. I was in the sad was I was in a fucking donut. I was in a donut shop when this happened. I get a message from myself to the on the go thing, that spam message that everyone gets.
And
then I look at
will you vote for me?
Yeah, like, oh fuck. I said that out loud in front of everybody, and then I go click on it, it was gone. Like, I go to double tap to switch to my personal account, it wasn't there no more. It's gone, and I got the email saying that the X people can't help me. So I'm like, well, fuck you then.
Mm-hmm.
You got any shows this week, Mark?
Oh yeah.
So
if
you don't
USA
click on the
wins,
message.
do
That's
not
the
click
thing.
on the
You
message.
do not open it. Do not click it. What you do immediately is delete it. As soon as you see anything that says, will you vote for me, t.com. Number one, anything from Telegram does not come out t.com as a link.
Right.
By the way, if you ever, I'm pretty sure this is common sense, but if you ever click on any link that can lead to a virus and you get them pop-ups saying clean device, do not click on that shit.
Nope.
Go delete your entire browser and go to somewhere else and click remove. If something looks suspicious, you remove it. And make sure your fucking McAfee thing's turned on. Or make sure you're still
or
under
your
coverage.
AVG or your Knox or whatever you have, make sure it's on.
This is bullshit. When all this happened, I go click on McAfee. It expired on the 8th, and this happened on the fucking 15th. So I had to renew my subscription. I had to pay money.
Gotcha.
It sucked. But no, if USA wins tomorrow night, I will definitely do a show. But I think I'm going to still do a show either way because I got to talk about this NBA league expansion. I got to talk about Louisiana Tech having 20 fucking football games next season under 2 conferences. The Savannah Bananas were in New Orleans this weekend. Tickets must have been cheap as a rock because I tried to go watch them in Houston and they wanted to charge $400 a ticket. In New Orleans, they were having $35 tickets, and damn near half my hometown was over there. So I'm going to talk about Savannah Bananas being in New Orleans.
Is there a professional team in New Orleans? No, that's why. The difference is the professional ball field you're paying for.
And
the other part of it too is that what is it now? Dakin Park only holds 35,000. The Superdome holds 75,000. So you have a lot more supply to go along with the demand. And
they wanted to charge an arm and a leg when they came to LSU. And you had to be on a request list. Where in the Superdome it was freaking easy to get, and I'm like, man, I should have went to that shit. I could have easily got a ticket for that. I've always wanted. They're like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball, and I enjoy it. I've watched videos of them and seen highlights. And
I think Jackie Bradley Jr. is on their team now.
They had 2 shows.
They're quality ball players. I mean,
night 1 they had Tyler Shuck as a guest. Tyler Shuck got the crowd hyped up. Night 2, Drew Brees popped in and got the crowd hyped up and played a little bit and did his little pregame huddle with the team where Tyler Shuck threw a long touchdown pass to one of their players, and they took a big-ass group selfie as a touchdown celebration. It looked pretty awesome. And I'm going to talk about LSU. I'm going to be talking LSU. They got knocked out the top 25. Their defending national champs are no longer in the top 25. And the frickin' Raging Cajuns are the number 1 baseball team in the state right now.
Yay. Well, everybody, you can find me at KCB Sports Network, where I have a show that I do with Adam, occasionally Big Rich, whenever he wants to show up on Saturday. I know you had something going on, but I get it. But Jamie Malloy and Boston Paul will be there as well. Yeah, we ended up with a full crew anyways. It just took a minute for everybody to get in there, and it was a lot of fun. And like I said, just remember, if you're picky, try not to be as picky as a fat kid at a Golden Corral, and I'll leave it at that.
I'm also doing a show Saturday to recap the second round of March Madness.
Speaking of picks, just remember one very important thing. You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe your friends on the couch. That's all I can tell you. But anyway, you can get me on Twitter.
What radio station taught you that one?
None of them did. I've had that line since school. Big Rich 8371 on Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it this week. The Facebook, just my name, Rich Richardson, and of course here Monday's been doing this thing with Adam and the gang. Tomorrow night, open mic night. Wednesday night, Steel City Sports Talk with me and Adam. Really have a lot to talk about. I've had a lot to talk about the last couple of weeks, but now that we're getting close to opening day, cut downs, things of that nature for the 25-man roster, we're going to have a lot to talk about this weekend next. So don't miss us there. But yeah, I got to fly, guys. So I will catch y'all on the flip side.
Have you ever said the line I always hear on the radio a lot? Remember, you're not fully dressed until you put on a smile.
No, because that's just like 1,000% corny.
I heard that
the line of it doesn't cost a thing to be nice.
I heard that on the air, and I said, I got to ask Rich that.
Yeah, they can have that and put that with their pumpkin spice and just set it over on the side over there. Put it right over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Night, guys.
All right, Rich.
Later.
See you tomorrow, buddy.
See you tomorrow.
Marcus, I just sent you something.
Let's see.
Oh, you just got it. I heard it.
Oh, you made me a logo. I already got a logo made. I'm going to show it to you. But, huh?
No, you got one.
Yeah. I'm going to show you the one it made me. And I absolutely loved it. Like, I just put that I was from Louisiana and I wanted to start this show. And then this is what they made me. And I absolutely went with it. Like the first logo they made me.
All right. So you can get me at Driving to the Top Productions on YouTube. You can get me at That Sports Talking It on Twitter. It's like the same one, ain't it? I'm just missing the.
No, mine got a fleur-de-lis and a crawfish, and my turnbuckle post is his microphones.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. You can give me a Driving to the Top Productions, at Sports Talking It on Twitter, guys. Like Rich just said, we got all these shows lined up this week. Check them out at 9 o'clock. And yeah, I don't know if we're doing a bracket or not. I think the show went well last night. Did it go good, Mark?
Oh yeah, me, Jason. No, me, Jeremy, and Dylan did. We did our brackets. We all predicted the first round, and then we did our fantasy, like who we believe is going to go further and win it all. I had my final four: Houston, UConn, Michigan, and Arizona. And I think we're going to get an all Big 12 national championship. And Houston finally wins their first natty, and they beat Arizona, the team that cost them their regular season, winning 5 regular season conferences in a row and back-to-back Big 12 tournaments. So that's my final four. And then I did a women's. My final four is UCLA, Michigan, UConn, and South Carolina. But I got UCLA and UConn in the national championship, and UCLA wins it all.
For the women.
For the women. I got LSU get knocked out in the Elite Eight because they're in the same bracket with UCLA.
Gotcha. All righty, guys. Well, hey, thanks for all the comments over there, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody, we'll see you tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow on St. Patty's Day. Wear your green and get your beer.